Hi everybody, it's Sheila from Hospice Peterborough. If you have been into Hospice Peterborough and created some things with me in the art room, I just want you to know that I am really missing seeing all of you at Hospice and creating together in the art room. But I wanted to record this video to share one of my favorite stories, which you might be familiar with because it is one of my favorites, and an activity that you can do together as a family that will help you to talk about your grief, because we know that your grief is still there, even though hospice isn't open for you to come and create there. So maybe you can do some creating at home. I'm going to show you the materials you'll need so that you can get those together. So you'll need a piece of wood. A square is ideal, but really any shape will work. You'll need some nails, about 15 nails for each piece of artwork, and you can create this together as a family, but it's also nice if everyone's able to create their own piece. You'll need some string, and I'm using string that we have in our kitchen because that's what I had available, but you can also use yarn, thread, embroidery floss, anything that you can find. If you have white string like mine and you want to add some color to it, have some markers available so that everyone can add their own colors to their string. And then you'll also need some scissors and at least one hammer. If it's really hard to share in your house, you may need more than one. But those should be all of the materials that you'll need. So if you want to go off and get those together, you can pause the video and then come back for the story. But I'm going to start reading one of my favorite books, and if you've heard it before, I hope you'll watch it again. It's The Invisible String by Patrice Karst. Liza and Jeremy, the twins, were asleep one calm and quiet night. Suddenly, it began to rain very hard. Thunder rumbled until it got so loud that it woke them up. "Mummy, Mummy!" they cried as they ran to her. "Don't worry, you two. It's just the storm making all that noise. Go back to bed." "We want to stay close to you," said Jeremy. "We're scared." Mum said, "You know we're always together, no matter what." "But how can we be together when you're out here and we're in bed?" said Liza. Mum held something right in front of them and said, "This is how." Rubbing their sleepy eyes, the twins came closer to see what Mum was holding. "I was about your age when my mummy first told me about the invisible string." "I don't see a string," said Jeremy. "You don't need to see the invisible string. People who love each other are always connected by a very special string made of love." "But if you can't see it, how do you know it's there?" asked Liza. "Even though you can't see it with your eyes, you can feel it with your heart and know that you are always connected to everyone you love." When you're at school and you miss me, your love travels all the way along the string until I feel it tug at my heart. And when you tug it right back, we feel it in our hearts, said Jeremy. "Does Jasper the cat have an invisible string?" Liza asked. "She sure does," said Mum. "And best friends like me and Lucy?" asked Liza. "Best friends too." "How far can the string reach?" "Anywhere and everywhere," Mum said. "Would it reach to me if I were a submarine captain deep in the ocean?" asked Jeremy. "Yes," Mum said. even there. Or a mountain climber, even there. A dancer in France, even there. A jungle explorer, even there. How about an astronaut out in space? Yes, even there. Then Jeremy quietly asked, "Can my string reach all the way to Uncle Brian in heaven?" Yes, even there. Does a string go away when you're mad at us? Never, said Mom. Love is stronger than anger, and as long as love is in your heart, the string will always be there. Even when you get older and can't agree about things like what movie to see, or what game to play in the back seat, or what time to get to bed. Oh, that's right, you two should be in bed. And with that, they all laughed as Mom chased the twins back into their beds. Within a few minutes, they were asleep, even though the storm was still making the same loud noises outside. As they slept, they started dreaming of all the invisible strings they have, and all the strings their friends have, and their friends have, until everyone in the world was connected by invisible strings. And from deep inside, they now could clearly see no one is ever alone. So I really like this book because it helps to remind us that even after somebody that is important in our lives has died, our connection to them is still very real. So what I invite you to do with your piece of wood is I've decided to make mine in the shape of a heart, and you could do a heart, or you could do a different shape that has an outline to it. And then you're going to take your string and tie it on one of the nails and make a pattern with the string. And with this activity, you might be thinking of one special person that you love, and maybe you have some blue string to make you remember one memory, and maybe a red string to remember another memory or one of your favorite things about that person. Or maybe you're going to think about more than one person, and maybe some of those people are people who are still alive, and maybe some of those people are people who are dead, but you're still connected to them and you can still feel their love. And so if you're thinking of different people, maybe on yours the blue represents your dad, and maybe there's a red one for your Nana or grandma. And you can add many different colors if you like. So I would love to see your artwork if you want to share it once you're finished. And if you do want to send it in, my email at Hospice is sbourgeois@hospicepeterborough.org. And feel free to send those pictures in of your lovely artwork. Thank you so much for joining me for this, and we hope to see you again soon at Hospice.